7.
3:22 is it? Or servants obey masters?
No, something else. It says, he shall receive the wrong that which he have done. So,
Right. Colossians 3:25.
Oh, it's 25.
But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done.
Right, shall receive them for the wrong which he have done. And all of that self-talk he did, he's still going into slavery. His society is still going to be done out by nuclear war. All of this, I mean, let's just hypothetically speaking, let's just say that Esau said sorry to our people for what they did to us in slavery, right? Let's just say that happened on a broad scale. Guess what? Like you said, brother, the mission will still have to come in full effect. Yep. They're still going into slavery regardless. They're still going to go through a nuclear war, and they're going to be obliterated off the face of the map, and they're going to want to destroy themselves. So it don't make a difference whether they apologize or they don't. Go on. Or they try to sweet talk you. Go on.
But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done.
Right, and it's not just Esau, but also them Arabs too. Because they built the ships and they were behind the capturing of the Israelites, put them into slavery too. So they're going into slavery as well.
Yeah.
Okay? They could say, well, you know, I believe in Allah Akbar and all that ridiculousness. That's not going to get them away from their judgment.
Yeah, man.
Allah ain't going to get nobody away from judgment because Allah is just a false figmentation that came out of somebody's behind.
Yeah, Allah, that's the Hebrew way of saying God.
Right, you know, but you know what I'm saying. The Lord, you know, the Lord knows what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because really, the real name of the Lord is Yahweh.
That's right, bro.
That's all it is.
And it is an idol because they're trying to say that because the Muslims, they believe that God did away with Israel because they didn't accept the Messiah. And they're also trying to say that God is now choosing the Arabs now as the people to show wisdom to the world.
Right.
So Allah pretty much is an idol. That is an idol.
Yeah, but that's the thing, man. I mean, that's just bullshit that came out of their armpits.
No,
that's not reality. The reality of the matter is yeah, the Lord forsaked us, but guess what? He came to redeem us by using the Savior. That's the reason why who the world called Jesus Christ is coming back, to redeem the Israelites because of their behavior. That's why he's there, man. Go on.
So this going back to Psalms 37, verse 16.
Yeah.
A little that a righteous man have is better than the riches of many wicked.
Wow. That's it. Because how did the wicked get all of his stuff?
Heavy one.
By wickedry, man. By wickedness. But we got all right. You're going, brother.
What's that again? Psalms what? Sorry.
37, verse 16. They say, for the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but Yahweh upholdeth the righteous.
Right, so the arm of the wicked, which the word arm is synonymous with, I believe, is the word power.
Right.
So the power of the wicked will be broken. And we're in a civilization of the wicked people. Okay, we're not going to use the term white man anymore. We're going to use his exact name, Esau.
Yeah, man.
Esau, the wicked, is ruling right now. And guess what? As the scripture states, read that again.
They say, for the arms of the wicked shall be broken.
Right, for the arms of Esau shall be broken. Go on.
But the Yahweh upholdeth the righteous.
Right, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. So who is the righteous? Is it Pope? What's the Pope's name, brother?
Peter Fall.
Is it Francis?
Right.
Yeah.
Pope Francis, that's it.
Right. Is it Pope Francis?
Okay, I'll tell you.
Is it the overgrown pork eating pastor? No. It's us, man. We're the righteous. Okay, we're the righteous. That's who we are. And I'm not saying that to be arrogant. I'm just speaking the facts, man.
Talking the truth, bro.
That's it, brother. Go on.
They say, Yahweh knoweth the days of the upright.
Right, the Lord knoweth the days of the upright. Who is the upright? The nation of Israel, man. And it begins with the elect, the prophets. That's who we are. All of these pastors out there that's sleeping with different men's wives and these popes out there having sex with children, they're not the righteous, man. We're the righteous. Go on, brother. That's why we're out here standing up here rather than partying up and bullshitting all day.
Yeah.
Okay? Go on. And I don't give two shits if I sound arrogant to these people out here. Alright? We got the right to be who we are, because we got the word of the Lord. Okay, and then when we going through our trials and tribulations, the Lord will level us. Okay, but walk humble unto the Lord. Okay, let's just put that out there. Walk humble by doing this work. Okay, we don't have that self-willed spirit where we just want to do what we want to do. No, walk humble in the name of the Lord, man. But when it comes to the word being brought out, if I gotta bring out certain things, whether it sounds arrogant or not, I have to bring it out, man. And that's just the bottom line. Go on, brother.
That's it.
Because we know our worth. That's just the difference between the world and us. We know our worth, man. Go on.
And their inheritance shall be forever.
Right, and their inheritance shall be forever. So Esau got his inheritance right now, the so-called white man. He's living it up right now. But guess what? His society is going to be destroyed. And when we get into the power seat, okay, our power is going to last forever and ever. That's pursuant to the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter and the 25th verse, the everlasting kingdom. Why do you think Paul said how our struggles are not to be compared to our eternal glory?
Wow.
You see that?
Yeah.
So when you put two and two together, it makes sense, man.
Yeah.
So go on, brother.
They shall not be ashamed in the evil time.
Right, they should not be ashamed in the evil time. Give me Isaiah 33 and 6. Hold what you got. Give me Isaiah 33 and 6. And see, one thing about Esau can't bring out these scriptures how we bring it out. Okay, because see, if an Edomite wants to find the scripture, it's going to probably take him 20 minutes to find one scripture. It'll just take us 1 second to find what we need to find. Okay? Because they ain't got that brain. Their DNA ain't made like that, man. Their DNA is just be a bunch of devils, man. Wild animals. That's what it is. I'm just speaking the facts, man. Just speaking facts. That's all it is. I'm just speaking facts.
Isaiah 33 verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time.
So who's going to get this wisdom and knowledge and understanding? Is it everybody? Okay, it's the college professor. What's his name? Blake Donovan going to teach you the wisdom and understanding? No. The Lord is going to give you that wisdom and understanding through other men. Okay, the apostles of great millstone to be exact, who I learned from. All right, that's why we can break these scriptures down the right way. Why? Because we were taught by the high level teachers. That's why we got what it takes. Okay, that's why we're familiar with the book of Revelations. We're familiar with the book of Esdras. We're familiar with the book of Daniel and beyond. Why? Because we were taught by the right teachers. We were taught by the best. Okay, go on, brother.
That's it.
We wasn't taught by those old so-called white men. We was taught by so-called black men. Okay, that gave us the knowledge and understanding to who we are. So I'm just putting that out there. Go on, brother.
That's it. And strength of salvation.
Right, and the strength of salvation, go on.
The fear of Yahweh is his treasure.
The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So we fear the Lord by doing exactly what's said in this book. Then we gonna be all right, man. It tells you in Mark 9:1, it says, there shall be some standing here that shall not taste of death until they see the Son of Man coming in his glory. Okay? So what we're going to do is go back to that one precept you had before.
Psalms 37, 19.
Yeah.
They shall not be ashamed in the evil time.
Right, they should not be ashamed in the evil time. Go on.
And in the days of famine,
okay,
they shall be satisfied.
And in the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. Because what you're going to have is you're going to have all of these different groups out there that's storing up food and these what is it? What do you call it, brother?
Preppers.
Right, preppers. You're going to have all these preppers. They're going to be storing up food. And somehow, some way, the spirit is going to have it out where they're going to die out. And the elect, they're going to find food.
That's it.
And that's how they're going to be satisfied, man.
Find some baked beans.
Right. You're going to find something, brother. Yeah.
They're holding it for the elect.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
That's it. And that takes a level of belief. You got to believe in that. You know what I mean? You got to believe that that's going to be the case. And that's even in the scriptures, too, where you had a raven that brought food to one of the men of the Lord. That's in the scriptures, too.
It's Ezekiel, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know exactly to be exact, but, you know, it's written. So if that happened, then it can happen. What makes you think it can't happen again? It can happen again.
And the Most High quails as well, innit? That make quails come from the sky, fall down.
Yep.
So he could do that for you. Make a bird fall, you know what I mean? Boom.
That's right. That's right. And so we don't.
But the wicked shall perish.
But the wicked shall perish. Now who's the wicked? We've already got that established already. Now we know that the 2/3 of our own people are the wicked. We know that, but who is the wicked? Who can create diseases and wipe out large amounts of people? who could create atomic bombs and wipe out large amounts of people. That's Esau right there. So he's got to be the wicked. Go on.
Let's say, and the enemies of Yahweh.
And the enemies of Yahweh. That's why the Lord said to himself, I hated Esau. Who is Esau? Okay, the people that call themselves so-called white. We done found it out. It's all written in the Bible. Go on.
Shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume.
They shall consume. Go on.
Into smoke. Shall they consume away.
And you know what? They're going to do that to their own selves. That's why the nuclear war is brewing. That's why they over there, the U.S. military bases over there in Syria, stationary.
But it's brewing up, brother.
And it's brewing up.
It's brewing up.
And then you had an F-16 plane that I believe it was coming from the Israelis, right?
Yeah.
The F-16 hit one of the Russian planes. So this war is brewing up. The end of this road is, we already in the end of this war right now.
Tell me, brother.
We already here. We're not going towards a nuclear war. We already in it. The only difference is that you don't see missiles flying to
That's right.
Yeah. That's all it is.
Not yet.
Not yet. But this society is going out, man. This shit's going down.
Yes, yeah.
Going. And it could very well be the shit. I hope so. So we can get the hell out of here, man. Because I'm sick and tired of this shit. What's that, bro?
Start looking at the English government. We've got old Bill sending us crack out here, bro. Alright, listen, let me just tell you something, guys. You don't know me, or you might know me, whatever. I got out of prison in March. I've been getting followed every day by the police, yeah?
Right.
But they're not arresting me. I'm going in every shop robbing it because I have to, because someone put me into my drug dealer, sorry, who got caught with 60 bits of heroin and crack last year down West End, who's still serving up down there now, asked me to sell something and the guy ended up speaking BBC. But how do you get caught with 60 bits of heroin and crack and still stand there and still sell drugs like that?
Because you're selling it for the old bill.
People like, no. There's a crew out here called Bobcat, a 48-man team. Bobby's a what? Old Bill, what a cat's me.
Wow.
Half indoors, half outdoors. Mate, let me just tell you one thing. If I'm a nutter, may I get shut down now. But let me tell you one thing. Only Allah, God, whoever can only judge me for anything I've done, right? But let me just tell you one thing. All I've done is see the network, mate. I can't have old Bill around us and make out they're normal and sell us crack, mate. I'm like a guinea pig, a lab rat, mate. But let me just tell you one thing. What they're going to tell you is I'm mad on spice. But what that is, mate, is the government legalised it because America, the DEA said it's confirmed. Yeah? But now, because they banned it, we're the cunts. But the HM Revenue and Customs got the money on it, mate.
Wow.
But now they release £6 million because people are dying, but they blame people like me for it being in prisons, mate. Also I done wrong was told my soulmate I was going back with steroids. You know what he done? Told them.
That's some serious stuff right there.
Right, let me just tell you something, yeah, my name's Billy O'Leary, bruv, right?
No, that's all right, that's all right.
My Facebook's going to be live tomorrow. Do you know what I've got to do to prove this? You'll see, I walk down the road, the old Bill do that to me, yeah? Brother, I know, I've seen them, they open up the back door and I see it. They know I know what I'm on about because I've been left to my own devices, yeah? And they want to hear it.
Right.
But let me tell you, the only line I got left is the Royals. The hideouts, the this. Let me just tell you something. Go down to the Savoy, look at their ties, the MI5 are downstairs, brother. I swear down to the Savoy Hotel is the round fucking table, the Templar.
We know that, bro.
Hey, well, you know, hey, that's, I mean, I haven't seen that, so I mean, I can't, you know, believe that, but there could be possible what he's saying. There could be some possibility to what he's saying. You understand? But we're living in a time where all manner of truth is coming out. All manner of truth is coming out nowadays.
True, brother. Everything from all angles.
From more angles.
From all
Because the
angles,
scripture
brother.
says that the wicked shall be exposed and the skirt would be uncovered. So everything's coming out about what these Edomites are doing and these higher up bangers are doing. So we don't.
I say, the wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth.
Right, but the righteous show of mercy and giveth, and that's how they do in terms of when they give you like you might get a loan and they may charge you interest. They want that back in return and then some. Okay, they're not going to lend you nothing. They're not going to just give it to you because you need it. You have to pay interest.
What Esau did when he came to the Americas, he borrowed from the native Indian and stole it all. He didn't give nothing back.
No?
And if he did get something back, he gave back on smallpox.
Yeah.
That's what he gave back.
Blankets, innit? With smallpox, yeah.
He borrowed from the native Indian, was shown how to live, and he paid them back by killing them.
Yeah.
By killing off the bison.
Yeah, the buffalo, isn't it?
The buffalo them.
Yeah.
Right?
Starved them out.
And then, but the righteous said what? It says what? But the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. That's what the Gadites did. They showed mercy.
Yeah, they did.
And they gave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So
They showed them how to do it, vitamin C and all of that. And what did it repay them back? The treachery.
Yeah.
You see that?
So it says, for such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth,
Yeah.
and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off.
Right. So read that verse again. Read that again. I didn't get that.
For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth,
Right. So such as be blessed by him shall inherit the earth. Go on.
and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off.
Right. So they're cursed of the Most High. So they're going to be cut off and destroyed. It tells you that in Hebrews 12. It says Salakia. It says how he cut the wicked off. It tells you that.
That's what penance,
Yeah. So, but you know though, brothers, I want to switch the topic up a little bit, right? Because this is this woman.
Plus 8, you know.
All right, yeah.
Should be time to go.
Well, I'm gonna go for another 20 minutes. I'm gonna go. You could go if you want, but I'm gonna go for another 20 minutes. I'm gonna go at 8:30. So if you want to read, brother, you can read if you want. You want to read?
Oh, for you, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll read.
Oh, we'll read for them.
Yeah. Get that out, brother. Yeah, get that. Come. That'll end that topic right there.
Where's Obadiah? Oh, there, that's it. Obadiah 1, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame,
Right, go on.
and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them,
And they shall kindle in them. Go on.
and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining
Yep.
of the house of Esau.
Right.
For the Lord
That's
has
it.
spoken it.
That's
Yeah, for the
prophecy.
Lord have spoken it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, see, these devils, they can do what they're doing all around about, but when they get into slavery for 1,000 years, they're going to have to deal with that, and then ultimately they're going to be eradicated off the face of the map.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to go down from there, man. You understand? So all of this tomfoolery, the getting drunk, let them do what they got to do, because they got to rejoice. They got to rejoice. This is the last hurrah, baby.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, final battle, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, so I'm going to switch things up. Yeah, so, you still going to read, right?
Beg you let him read now.
Okay, yeah. You're going to read, brother. I'll tell you what, Chaz, you've already read already, right?
Huh?
You've already read, haven't you?
Not today,
No.
Okay, but I want to have Taz read. You can read for me too if you want. Okay, all right. Oh yeah. I'll talk to you about it. But actually, I'll tell you what. You can stay here for a minute, because I'm gonna be done soon. Got 18 more minutes, because I want to talk about that as well.
Yeah, got one bar left there.
Just look at the counter. Yeah?
35 minutes.
I think the camera where it is. Yeah? Because I know it's going to end up with the edge cut off.
Don't move it now.
Don't move it at all.
Yeah, so let me see something.
Notice that camera's pointing straight out, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's that.
Been there for God knows how long.
Yeah. It was like that. It went. Yeah.
All seeing eye.
Yeah.
I know what to do. Yeah, read what you got, Taz. Yeah, that's it right there. I got it. Express news. You had something in mind, yeah? Okay. All right. Yeah, so this is from the expressnews.co.uk. What happened when you die? Women who experience life after death realize the world is dark. Life after death has been described by a woman who temporarily died during labor, saying an experience of death is entirely pleasant. and made her realize the world we live in is full of pain and angst, and anger. Or should I say pangs? That's what she meant to say. A woman who justified herself as Judy was enduring childbirth with anesthesiologist. An anesthesiologist injected the epidural and accidentally put it into a vein. Okay, so basically she was in the spiritual realm for a little bit, and she found out that the spiritual realm was much more peaceful and heavenly. Okay, but that goes back to the scriptures. Give me Matthew 6 and 4. See, we cover everything. We don't just cover Esau, or we may cover the prophecies, but we also dive into spiritual things too. And that's what happens when the Spirit of the Lord is dealing with you. That's what happens when, first and foremost, the best teachers, the best of the best teachers, teach you the scriptures. You go into anything. So yeah, give me that Matthew 6 and 4.
Right, this is Matthew 6 and 4. That mine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret, himself shall reward thee openly. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to praise.
You know, the scripture where it says, let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Matthew 6 and 9.
Oh yeah. Right, this is Matthew 6 and 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, our Father, which art in heaven.
Right, pray thee art which thou Father art in heaven. Go on.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yep.
Thy kingdom come.
Yep.
Thy will be done.
Go on.
In earth as it is in heaven.
Right, because when you go to the spiritual realm, which is a region of heaven, okay, what you have is it's like peaceful. Like when you pass away, it's like a feeling of peace, and then you start going into these different areas. Okay, and that's what she's experienced. And when she came back on earth, she done found out that the earth was under some darkness, some very darkness. All right, because that's what happens. Because see, when you die, your spirit goes upward. The whole ideology you gonna burn in hell, that don't even exist in that, man. That's all shenanigans. That's just to scare you again, so that you can continue being a Muslim or a Christian, so they can control you. That's a scare tactic. That's all that is. So we know.
And it says, give us this day our daily bread.
Yep.
And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors.
That's it on that. That's it on that. Yeah. So get me the scripture in Job. I think it's in Job 3, where it speaks about how when the wicked. Matter of fact, let me read this thing, and then I'll bring out the scripture. It says, so it says, Judy's blood pressure began to drop drastically, and she said she knew it was over before I slipped out of consciousness. Meaning she came out of the body. She came out of the body, and she found herself in the spirit.
Astral projection.
Right. Astral projection.
Right.
So it says, according to an article Judy wrote on the Near-Death Experience Research Foundation, dying temporarily before being resuscitated, death was an entirely pleasant experience. Judy also says she was aware of everything that was going on around her, even as she drifted into the unknown, which was like a curtain of lights descending. So she went into that realm. Okay, so yeah, get me Job 3, where it speaks about how Job, makes reference on how the wicked and the righteous out there. Something like that. Yeah. Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Right, this is Job 3 and 17. There the wicked cease from troubling.
Right, there the wicked cease from troubling. So now we're going into something totally different. We just getting at Esau, talking about this and other things. Now we're talking about what it means to be put out of this body and go up to the spiritual realm. Go on.
And it says, and there the weary be at rest.
Right, therefore the weary be at rest. Because when you die, the body perishes and then the spirit goes on into that next dimension, and you're just at peace. There's no negativity, there's no sense of negativity. It's just nothing but positivity. That's what's gonna that's what you're gonna feel in the heavens. Okay, but that's why it tells you in Matthew 6, it says, let thy kingdom come on earth as it is done in heaven. Meaning that's how it's gonna be in heaven too. It's just gonna be nothing but positivity, a feeling of just love, a feeling of being welcome. Everything positive you can think about, you're gonna get those feelings.
Yeah, man.
All right, so as it is in the spiritual, so really the kingdom of heaven, or yeah, should I say the kingdom of heaven on earth, is going to mimic how it is in the spiritual realm.
Wow.
That's how it's going to be. Okay,
That's deep.
so hey man, and that's why, you know, the hell that we're going through right now, we got to just deal with it, because man, we got some shit coming before us, man, that we can't even comprehend.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's why Paul said
Heavy,
it
brother,
again.
heavy.
That's why Paul said again. Paul said, our eternal glory cannot be compared to the struggles that we're going through. Okay, so if we gotta suffer these devils and these wild animals, then let that be the case. You understand? So read that.
And it says, there the prisoners rest together.
Right there, the prisoners rest together. Go on.
They hear not the voice of the oppressor.
Right. Oh, you gotta get up and work, and if you don't work, we're gonna fire you, and this and that and the third. Or if you don't do this, then you're gonna have to receive this repercussion. So there's not gonna be no sense of rebuke or any of that. You ain't gonna have to worry about a damn thing. Go on.
And it says, the small and great are there.
Right, the small and great out there. Go on.
And the servant is free from his master.
Right, and the servant is free from his master. So again, when we get into the kingdom, we're gonna be free from our masters, right? Because it says that whoso, the scripture says them that have oppressed us, we shall oppress.
Rule over our oppressors, innit?
Spoiling, they should spoil it.
Yeah.
So the kingdom of heaven is gonna, Salakia, the kingdom of heaven is gonna mimic the spiritual realm unto us, because we're gonna be at peace with everything, and we're not gonna have to worry about anything.
Brother, can I say something?
Yeah, go on, brother.
It must be a beautiful thing, yeah?
Yeah.
To have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
It must be a beautiful thing, you know.
Yeah.
You hear me, brother?
Yeah.
You know, we're living in hope right now, yeah? But it must be beautiful
Yeah.
to the pain that we're going to go through day by day.
Yeah.
And we know one day
So
there's
gonna-
something to look forward to.
Yep.
Trust me, bro.
Yep.
Right?
You're absolutely right.
I want to see what Howard Shai looks like, bro. I can just
bro.
imagine him.
Come
I keep talking about it. Howard Shai's gonna look like. Gonna have that. He's gonna have that look, that in control look. You know what I'm trying to say? But he's gonna have that honor. Because Howard Shai, he was the type of man where the man bowed down. He said, "No, see that thou doest it not."
Yeah.
He had that honor about him. Even though he knew he was great, he still had that honor. He still had that humility. That set an
Contrite.
example of how a man ought to be. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But I can imagine how he's gonna be tall. He's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna have the crown, the garment. I just want to see what he look like, bro.
He's gonna be exactly like that picture, I believe. You know the picture you got?
More handsome.
That ain't got no features, that picture. It's just you know what I mean? It's just a depiction, you know what I mean? So,
I think it is.
But he's gonna look more like, he's gonna have a shiny aura about him. His body's gonna emit
Powerful
an aura. You understand? You wanna see the shape of his nose, his eyes, his mouth. You wanna see all that, man. If his face is slim or if it's like round, you wanna see what it looks like.
That's the way it looks, man. I know. That's how it is. And that's how the Heavenly Father is. John
Because he's gonna be the
14:8.
one, right? He's gonna be the one ordering. Because he said, "As it is in heaven, so shall it be in earth."
Yeah.
As in earth, as it is in
In
heaven.
heaven, yeah.
Right.
So he's gonna look better though. He's gonna look
He's gonna
far
look
more
a lot
better.
better than that. He's gonna look. He's gonna look nice, like, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like. He's gonna look like a bodybuilder. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you know, it remains to be seen. But he's gonna look good. You know, he's gonna look the part. You know what I mean?
Bodybuilder.
And you know, we all gonna be looking. And hey, man,
yeah, I can't wait for
the
the
good times
man.
are coming. The good times are coming.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, read that.
Changed
Says,
it.
wherefore is a light given to him that is in misery.
Right. So the light is given unto him that is in misery. So really, the only people that's living in misery right now are these people on the side. What miserable is all hell? I know I'm miserable as all hell.
Yeah,
And
me
that's
too,
why I'm
man.
speaking the way I'm speaking right now. All of us are, man. This brother, I myself, this brother here, you too. You know, we're all miserable out here. Because we see the shit that we're involved in.
Yeah, man.
You understand? We don't see this as a, this ain't got nothing to do with the kingdom. This is what you call a dark world, like this woman just said. Okay, but yeah, read that again. I'm going to get back to my train of thought because I was.
It says, wherefore is the light given to him that is miserable.
Right. Wherefore the light is given unto him that is miserable. Because we're miserable out here.
Yep.
Okay? Trust me. And we really want to do certain things, man, but we know we got to stay spiritual.
Yeah.
You know? They go on.
And it says, and life unto the bitter in soul.
Right, and the life unto the bitter in soul. You know what I mean? Although we may joke around and all of that, but really deep down we're miserable. Why? Because we see the shit that we're involved in. We see the shitty world that we have to deal with. Okay? We got to see the madness of our own people, man.
Yeah.
Knowing that we can't change it. We can't do nothing about it. That's why my mentality is to hell with Jake. Because if I care about Jake, I'm going to bug out. And I ain't got time for that, man. The only thing that I need to care about is the elect. Brothers like yourself. That's it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's really why I say to hell with Jake, man. Because Jake is too fucking gone anyway. Okay, when you deal, like I said, when you deal with these average peons out here, you can see where their minds are. The more you stay in this truth, the more the Most High just opens your minds into everything. And you can see everything for what it is. You know when somebody's bullshitting you, and you know when somebody ain't bullshitting.
Yeah, like when them policemen came up earlier. I felt their spirit, man.
Yeah.
Felt it. That tall one there, he's there talking. I'm watching behind and seeing the talking, and he's
Say, I appreciate this.
I appreciate that, right? I know those fuckers, man. I'm not being funny. I know those kind of.
Yeah.
You feel their spirit, brother.
can sense
feel it. You sense it. And that's what it is when you're in the truth. If you're sincere with the Most High, he makes you open up. You know, you guys open up more and
Yeah.
brother.
You start to get.
Because you can
Become
see.
deeper. You
see.
become deeper.
Yeah.
The scriptures talk about when a man become wise, you know, his thoughts change, man. His mind change. The thoughts of his mind change, man. There's a scripture about it. I forget how it goes, man. It goes. It changes his thoughts, man. You know.
Yeah, we
You know what I'm saying?
Right, and it says, which long for death, but it cometh not.
Right, but it cometh not. And Esau's going to be in so much pain in the kingdom, man, that he's going to really long for death. Brothers are going to have that spiritual power to prolong him to life so that he can go through the shit that we going to put him through. You see that?
Put a spirit back in his body.
That's it. That's it.
You ain't getting nowhere.
That's it. Because, hey, they want out the saints of the Most High, right? They want us out, so guess what? We're going to wear them out and then some. Come on, man. You're going, bro.
And it says, and dig for it more than for hid treasures.
Right, and dig for it more for hidden treasures. That's why when you read about the parable of, Lazarus,